Mere feet from where the Georgia Dome stood and the Falcons played for a quarter century. We're looking at the team's home since the 2017 season, Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. Michael Dixon with the honor of getting us started. And we're underway in Atlanta. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Rodgers throwing to start it off. That's complete, Mike Evans. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Here's Algier on 1st down. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. And holding penalty is going to make 1st down twice as tough. They're 20 from the marker to start things out. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. He connects with the rookie from LSU. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They're going to move the chains after a big play, 39 yards. So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. Now a handoff to Algier. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Oye Mafe bringing that play to a halt. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. They put a receiver in motion right. Here we go, 2nd and 9. That's knocked away by a defender, incomplete. That throw intended for Drake London. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
And 9 yards to go.
Rodgers here from the gun. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about not giving up the big play. Keep everything in front of you. They're going to need to stay vigilant because he's definitely a receiver who can take the lid off of a defense.
The kick by Lutz is good. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Smith and Jigba going in motion right. Kenneth Walker gets it for the first time. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. They send a receiver in motion right. Big gain has them across the 40. And they'll finally get him at the 47-yard line. They pick up 20 yards there. And it sets up Seattle with 1st down. Smith and Jigba going in motion right. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target.
can't cover it much better than that really well-covered Cade on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Second and 10 now. Taken in by Noah Fant. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And the Seahawks will have a first down. Hand off to Walker from the gun. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. No gain there that time, and it's second and 10. Back to throw now. Finds a seam down the middle. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's first and goal. From the red zone now. Catch is made in close. Touchdown, Seattle. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Taps it quick to the receiver coming across. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. Eric Kendricks there for the tackle. They'll come to the line here, second and 9. Tight end gets it running forward. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. It'll be a gain of 5. They still need 4 on third down.
You know, that play might not have gotten the first, but I don't think they're disappointed with the result. It's got good yardage. It was a nice change of pace for the ground game.
Quick pass, right side, complete. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that first down. From the shotgun, Rodgers. Gets this one to Tyler Algier. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. They gain 14 on the play. And the Falcons will have a first. A pistol snap here, Rodgers. Completed here to Algier. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Brought down by Reek Woolen. And time runs out before they get the snap off. That's the end of one. 7-3 is our score. We'll make our return to Mercedes-Benz Stadium after this. Back for our second quarter. It's Falcons football. They'll have second down as they look to continue this good drive. Throwing once again, Rodgers. Got a man, it's London. And he's out of bounds, just short of the 30.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Third and 1, now Rodgers. Complete beyond the marker. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. one goes for a gain of 11. And it's good for an Atlanta first down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down, and nice to see it.
And they will score. It's an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons take a second quarter lead. Drake London with a touchdown. Extra point by Q is up and good. And the Falcons push their lead to 3. Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Here's a return from the 7. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Caught. Cooper Kupp makes the play. Down the left sideline he goes. All the way. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks need only one to take the lead. Cooper Kupp the touchdown. Myers to add the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Seahawks take a 4-point lead. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Rodgers set to pass. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete. That one intended for Drake London. So it'll be 2nd down. They give to Algier from the gun. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that 1st down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. That's incomplete left side. Looking for his wide receiver there. So it's going to be 4th and short. The Falcons getting ready for the punt. Only punted once in last week's loss, and he gets this one away. Fair catch, hauled in at the 18-yard line. So no return on that punt. And it'll be Seahawks football. They're out and set, 1st and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Jesse Bates getting up for the stop that time.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
Second and 6 coming up here. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. 2nd and 6 now. Finds Smith and Jigba. And what a hit there. Ouch, she pays the price for moving the chains that time.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Walker on 1st down. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
From the 39. mark on the connection. It's incomplete. Trying to find his tight end. So now they're going to have to figure out this third down. Dropping back to throw. Oh, put some heat on this deep. That's grabbed inside the 30. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks now lead by 10. Myers to add the PAT. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Seahawks drive their lead to 11. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Beginning on the ground with Algier. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
2nd and 8. Into a crowd, and a defender comes up with it. Picked off by Eric Kendricks. And the Seahawks take over as he records his 10th career INT. Well, great team defense here. Somebody hit him in there, caused that pass to float on him a bit, and it gave the linebacker time to race in and make the interception.
And you know what team stands for, right? T-E-A-M. Together, everyone achieves more. It took all of them together. Took that rush to impact the quarterback. It took that linebacker to deliver on the other end, a critical takeaway.
Running left, here's Walker. And he pushes it further into the red zone, down inside the 15. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you're going to be a Pro Bowler.
It's the 2-minute warning now from Atlanta. It's the Seahawks facing 2nd and 5. Running with Walker again. And he'll pick up a little down to the 12-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that leaves him with 3rd down and 3. Staying with Walker. And he's brought down for a loss.
If only this defense could look like that on every play, Kate. They were angry, motivated, focused. And they took that anger out on him and this offense, forcing a 4th down.
Jason Myers out there now to try a field goal for the Seahawks on 4th down. Celebrating a decade in the NFL, he sends it through. And that extends their lead to 14.
You always feel like you leave a few points on the field when you kick it from here. But they don't wind up empty-handed on the drive. And the kicker, well, he gets to pad his stats a little bit with a high percentage make.
The kickoff for Seattle.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. And that's incomplete, but I do see some laundry on the field. Let's see what this flag is all about. So they'll decline this and check the results. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Devin Witherspoon there on the stop.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Rodgers throwing on 3rd down. That's complete inside the 35. Timeout taken by the offense, their second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. Oh my, it's intercepted in the end zone. Reek Woolen with the INT.
Not a lot of one-play swings bigger than that one right there. That throw looked destined for 6, and instead, well, it gets intercepted by the defense. The only way to get bigger is if he somehow returned it 100-plus yards for 6 the other way. But what a gigantic swing of emotion.
They'll run. First give to Zach Charbonnet. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
They're just going to play it safe, sticking with the ground game, it looks like.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
Looking to throw. That one's cut along the left sideline. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Walker running to the right. They'll get 31 yards on the play. And it sets up Seattle with first down.
You know, it is so refreshing for these running backs when they have space to run. It's hard. There's so many collisions between the tackles. When they get on the edge and have green grass, well, the best of them take advantage of it.
It's a sweep. He pops the pass forward. Has room inside the 25. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with first and goal.
Didn't take a rocket scientist to know, Kate. They wanted to get the ball in this guy's hands any way they could, not just in the passing game. And he just showed you why. This defense not prepared for his impact on the ground.
First down from the red zone. Oh, they got it. Intercepted along the goal line. Kicked off by Divine Diablo.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. To throw is Rodgers. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
Oh, that drop is such a bummer because it ruins the payoff of such a well-designed play, Kate. Got the man open, beat the coverage, but then you got to go finish it. You got to go make that catch. I will say, keep that one in mind. They could revisit that play in the future.
Second down carry for Algiers. And they crush him right near the marker. It looks close, but yep, Brock, I think he safely got that first down before the hit.
Hey, even though that was an excellent run, I got to talk about the receivers here, Kate, because 9 times out of 10, you see a run like that in this league, 10 plus, you know those guys on the outside are doing their job, shining as blockers, keeping those defenders away from the back.
And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Here's a handoff for Algier. He'll cobble together a yard there. Tackle made by Ernest Jones. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9. Rodgers here from the gun. Got Evans, it's complete. Gets it to the 15. And he's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons start the second half with some needed points. Mike Evans with the touchdown. Who with the extra point. And the Falcons chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Escapes the pocket. It's incomplete to Kenneth Walker. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Give him 24 on that play. And the Seahawks will have a first down. Back to throw. Chased out to his right. Into the hands of Walker. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a 26-yard pickup there. And it sets up Seattle with first down. Walker now from the gun. And he gets a few on the plunge forward. Second down now, 7 to go. From the 17. He's on the move. Catch is made in close. Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Walker will not score, and it's not going to get back to the line either. I think he lost close to 3 on that play.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle! The Seahawks take a 13-point lead. Myers to add the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Seahawks double their lead to 14.
Falcons 17. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. A give to Algier on the inside handoff. And he takes a shot near the marker, but it looks like he still has enough for that first down.
Hey, look, any run of this size is going to wound the defense. But you get this game going right up the heart of their defense, you start to break their will and break their pride.
Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Seahawks take over on his 5th interception of the season.
There's some serious self-scouting going on right now. What is this quarterback not seeing that has led to these 3 interceptions in just this game? And then overall, what is this offense doing that has this defense clued in coverage-wise to every route combination they're trying to throw? Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. They go play action here. Flushed out of the pocket. And after all that running, he ends up out of bounds deep behind the line of scrimmage. And even a throwaway, that's going to count as a sack.
You know, in that situation, as hard as it is and everything flying around you, you just got to get rid of the ball. You got to know where you are. Not just wide receivers that always got to know the boundary. Running backs and quarterbacks do. Looked like we saw a little bit of panic, hence going out for the sack.
Bails out of the pocket quick. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down. Seahawks bringing out the punt team. And he wasn't needed at all in the first half, partner. This is going to be his first punt. And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up, past their own 30. Nice 12-yard pickup on the return. And the Falcons will take over. They've got first down from the 31. From the gun, they go with Algier. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. Has him on the quick hitter.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Rodgers. And that one's behind him. That's incomplete. Not on the same page with his tight end. And it's going to be 2nd down.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
2nd and 10 now. Into the hands of Neighbors. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. That's 16 on the pickup. And the Falcons will have a first.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Algier running behind center. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
A split second, all that kept the defense from making a stand right there. It's amazing, man. This game of inches and split-second reactions. A nice bit of burst, surge forward for enough to go get that first by a couple before they could finally drag him down.
Launches one deep downfield. They connect on the deep shot. And they will score. It's an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons now within 1 score in the 4th. Mike Evans with the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. And the call to go for it not rewarded as the pass falls incomplete. All right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. His return starts at the 5. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. They've got first down from the 31. Throwing off the play fake here. They did it! He made the interception! Jesse Bates in to pick it off. All right, that's now his second interception thrown in this game. Obviously not a stat you want, but he does have those 4 touchdowns to fall back on.
And that pick, well, makes it a little bit better performance for this defense, right? I mean, you get burned 4 times, but at least you got a couple to hang your hat on that you did take away. I'm not sure that back is going to save them from what's going to be a really rough film session, though.
Seahawks pick it up. Well, that didn't take long, Brock. 1 play, and they're back out there.
Well, that's how a defense can make you awfully happy as an offensive player, especially when you screw it up and you fumble. The defense picks up that offense and puts them right back on the field.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Oh, look at this. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on 1st down. You just want some yards to set up an easier 2nd down play. But they will take that execution every time.
The drive picks up here. 1st and 10. They'll give up the gut to Walker. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign where they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
Takes the handoff, now to throw. He rolls to his right. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Throw on 3rd down. Cup on the catch. And he goes out of bounds after taking it up to the 40. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And the Seahawks will have a 1st down. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Here's Walker running right. And he's brought down, but there's some laundry on the field. Easy call for the officials there. He was offsides at the snap, and that's going to cost him. A bit jumpy across the way there, and that halves the distance ahead of him on 1st down. Running it after the penalty. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Back to throw. On the move, headed right. He's going to keep it this time. And he's down inside the 35 before going out. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it sets up Seattle with 1st down. Hand off to Walker from the gun. And they take him down right along the 30. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down. This time it's a passing play. Dumped off to his running back. Escapes a defender. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Running back sent in motion. Here's 2nd and 14. Buys time, rolling right. Walker hauls it in. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
On 3rd down, Walker. And defenders continue to swarm over to get him at the line. So rather than let the 2-minute warning hit, the defense burns the first of its timeouts. An important attempt coming up here for Jason Myers. This from 28 yards away. Myers' kick is good. And it's now a 2-possession game as the lead grows to 11.
The best kickers I've been around here over the last few decades, they relish these moments. They know the hard work all their buddies on offense and defense have done. And when they can make it a 2-score game and be clutch when it matters, these are the moments they live for.
So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. All right, one more snap before the 2-minute warning. To the air here on 1st down, Rodgers. That's the 2-minute warning here from Atlanta. Falcons at a 2-score deficit. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Rodgers to throw. He misfired on that one. It's behind his man.
Defense doubled him, knowing that was where the pass was likely headed. A bit surprising. Quarterback still threw in that direction with how well that defense had that play covered.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Now to throw. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. This one misses the tight end. And that brings up 4th and long.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. And it falls incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. 1st and 10 now from the 30. On the carry, it's Walker. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag. All right, this is a little bit odd. I think in most spots we'd expect to see them decline the call, take the lost yards and down.
All I can think of here is they've got some extreme confidence, maybe hubris in their defense to make a similar type of play, but just tack on even more negative yards lost.
It is charged towards the line. That's right around 3 yards. Timeout called by Atlanta. That's going to be its 2nd. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down. Handoff running left, Walker. And he'll get this down at the 33-yard line. The Falcons take a timeout to their final one. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. Toss play, this is Walker. And he's going to be out of bounds. Looks like a yard or 2 short of the 25. He gets him 6, but it brings up 4th down. For the third time today, we see them setting up for a field goal. There's a 44-yard look from the right hash. Myers' kick is good. And that extends their lead to 14.
That kick, well, it throws a roadblock up on some of the remaining avenues to get back in this game and really leaves only one remaining. It's going to take 2 touchdowns if they want a shot at it. And we know those odds, they're getting pretty long.
And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. To throw, Rodgers. Trying to push it deep downfield. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. That's Julian Blackmon. And the Seahawks take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season.
4 picks, 1 game. Hey, I get it. They've not all been his fault, but it isn't any easier to stomach. For the sake of his mental game, I think it's about time to limit things to short, easy passes or simply take him off this field altogether.
And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
That's got to be so frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. You even ripped through a tackle to stay afloat, but the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Oh, he taps it quick to the receiver coming across here. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
So the Seahawks take this one on the road. And even fighting that dreaded body clock with a West Coast trip.